Hello students, let's resume our poem as we have done first stanza in the first video, and one more time I just want to revise the theme of this poem. And the theme of this poem is that the healing power of rain. Rain has a healing power, means the musical sound of the raindrops which are falling on the rooftop at night has the ability to revive sweet memories and rouse fancies in an otherwise busy mind. And the rain that soothes and the comfort an overworked mind by taking it back to its lovely past. Some of our best memories in life are associated with the rain. So in first stanza, as I told you, that the poem tells us that it is the pleasant to lie on the bed on a cottage in our room and listening to the pitter-patter sound or a rainy night. So in the second, we will start with the feeling or the imagination which came to the poet's mind after listening the music of rain, the droplet sound, and how pleasant he was feeling while lying alone in his bed and having a luxurious bed, and he was feeling quite soothing and the happiest. So now students, let's start with the second stanza. Every tinkle on the shingle. First of all, look at the rhyming scheme. Look at the last word sound. Singles, we will give it A. Then hurt, shingles, hurt, no match. Then B. Dreamy fancies, no matching. So C. But here hurt, start, same sound. So we will attribute it with the B. Then recollections, no matching with any word of the line. Then D. Then woof, E. Different sound. Patter, again different sound. We will give it F. And then roof, woof. It means the same sound, E. So the rhyming scheme of this stanza is also the same as the previous one, or the first one stanza. A, B, C, B, D, E, and F, E. Clear? Now look at the stanza's explanation. Every tinkle means the droplets, a drop of the rain, droplets. So every droplet which was falling on the shingles means the round stones. So every drop was falling on the round stone which were lying over the roof and has an echo in the heart. So the sound of those falling droplets over the round stones which were scattered over the roof, so that sound has an echo, that sound has an reflected sound, and it make a place in the heart. Means that sound directly echoes or reflected that sound in the heart of the poet. And means how happiest he was feeling at that time, and a thousand dreamy fancies. And in such a situation, in such a pleasant moment, what happens to the poet? A thousand dreamy fancies. Dreamy means about to dream, which came into the dreams, and the fancies means the imagination. So what happened to the poet, that when he was listening to the pitter-patter or the music of rain at that time, thousands of the dreams start becoming, or the thousands of the imagination start becoming in his mind, start taking place in his mind. Into the busy being start. Even it means the poet was complete busy throughout the day now, but now the thousands of the dreamy imagination thoughts start taking place in the busy being of poet. They start taking place, these dreamy fancies, dreamy imagination, the dreamy thoughts start coming to the mind of busy person. Who was that busy person? Poet, who was busy all the day. And thousands of recollections. And then what happened? As the dreamy imagination start taking place in the mind of poet, the same time thousands of the recollection means the old memories old memories start coming back, start flooding back to the mind of poet, weave their air threads into the woof. And as these imagination thoughts and the old memories came to the mind of the poet, and then it seems that they are all these thoughts and the old memories start weaving, start making the air threads into the woof. Woof means making a net of the thoughts, making a net, or the ताना बाना जिसको हम बोलते हैं. So making the air threads means it started a procedure which was the blend of many thousands imagination thoughts and the old memories. So there start becoming a air threads into the woof. Means those thoughts, air threads means those thoughts which are making of the which have become because of the thoughts. So those airy those thoughts start making a net type of shape, means start making a woof. एक नेट सा, एक ताना बाना बुनने लगा दिमाग में इन सारी रिकलेक्शंस का, ओल्ड मेमोरीज और इमेजिनेशंस का. As I listen to the patter, when this procedure start when he was listening to the pitter patter sound, or the music of the sound, or the sound of the droplets which were falling of the rain, with those droplets which were of the rain, and they were falling upon the roof. So when he was listening all these things, means those sounds of the rain droplets which were falling on the roof, so this sound when he was listening, so thousands of the recollections, thousands of the imagination start taking place in the mind of poet. And due to these thousands of the recollection and the dreamy fancies, there become a just net type image or mixing of all these thoughts into a net. एक ताना बाना सा बुनने लगा पूरा उसके दिमाग में सारे thoughts का. Next, now the next stanza. So students, now look at the poetic device here. Which poetic device has been used here in this paragraph? A, alliteration. A word has been used many times. A thousand, A and A. So again alliteration, as you have seen in the first stanza. So alliteration, mainly alliteration is used here, and the woof is a sound which was making of the imagination thoughts. Okay, so you can see that onomatopoeia also here, because it is representing the sound itself. Now, or the patter is also because it is the sound of the droplets, that is called patter as something is falling on the something. So it's onomatopoeia, woof and the patter. Now move to the next one. Now in memories. So in the first stanza, he was telling us the situation where he was lying and what happened at that time. In the second stanza, the poet tells us that due to that pleasant sound, thousands of the imagination, thousands of the old memories came to the poet's mind, and there become very heavy loaded thoughts in his mind. And in the third, he is explaining which kind of thoughts came to his mind, which kind of old memories came to his mind. Now in the memory, and what was that memory which came to his mind? Now in his memory now comes his mother, my mother, and she used in years agone, even she has gone, means it was the past time. Because he was recollecting the memories, he was reviving those thoughts of his childhood when his mother was alive, and she used in years agone. Years agone means many years ago. It was the past time thing. To regard means she was such a lady that she respected the darling. Darling means the siblings or even the poet himself. And because as you know that mothers have a deep affection and the love for for her own children. So the children of the mother, they were very near and dear to the mother, and they were the dreamers. So now he's relating that incident of the falling of rain of his childhood. Such in his childhood, what happens when this kind of situation was there in his childhood. So one day he was recollecting that memory that his mother came to her dear ones, her own children, and she was respecting to them, and she was lovingly looking at them, and she wished them good night or for the sweet dreams. because they are just going to be dreamers. It was the night time, same as today. So she came there. She very affectionately looked at her children and wished them for the sweet dreams during the night time. And she left them. Ere means before. Me means before let them sleep. She, or before retiring to her own bed, she wished them sweet dreams, and she loved them a lot until the dawn. And then she left them in their bed after wishing them sweet dreams, and then she left her children till the dawn. Dawn means the morning time. So it was the night time. So that's why that memory he was recollecting here, that it was the same time. It was the night time when in his childhood, when he was along with his siblings, and it was the habit of his mother that she normally at the retiring time at bed, she came to her children before going to her own bed. She wished them good sweet dreams, because it was the childhood and they can think about the good dreams, sweet dreams. And before she left them, she looked them very affectionately and wished them sweet memories and the sweet dreams. Oh, I feel her fond look on me. Here, beta! Exclamation. Now he's very surprised after thinking of her look, how she was looking at the poet at that time in his childhood. Oh, I feel her fond look. Fond means loving, affectionate look. And I can recall that how affectionately she was looking at us at that time. So I can recollect, I can revive that look, that loving look as she was looking at us. As I listen to this refrain, as I am, refrain means this, refrain means this kind of song as he was using here. Refrain. So as I list, as I'm list means as I'm writing down this refrain. Refrain means this as the patter. I listen to the patter. I listen to the patter many times. Listen to the patter. So repetition also used as because the repetition of the words here. So repetition device poetic device has been used. Listen to the patter. Listen to the patter when in every stanza or in every song, when the writer or the poet is repeating the same line or the same rhythmic line, so that is called as the refrain. होता है ना नॉर्मली जब हम सॉन्ग में होते हैं तो जितने भी स्टैंजाज होते हैं सॉन्ग के, तो एक लाइन बार बार रिपीट होती है, एंड दैट रिपीटिंग लाइन इज कॉल्ड एज रिफ्रेन. So as I was listening, as I was writing down this refrain, this line, which is played upon the shingles. And what was that? That the droplets which were falling upon the shingles, upon the round stones by the patter of the rain. When I heard this patter of the rain, at that time I start writing down this refrain. So in this way, students, we can say that in the first stanza, the poet describing the situation and the environment of this rainy time. In the second, he was saying that due to that pleasant, there is the recollection or the thousands of imagination and the thousands of old memories came back to his mind. And in the third one, he was reviving or the recollecting all the old memories related to his mother during his childhood, when his mother wished them good night and the sweet dreams during the night time before letting them sleep or before retiring to her own bed. And he was recollecting the memories that how his mother used to look at her, how affectionately she look at the poet. And after recollecting, after remembering all these old memories, he start writing this poem. Just why he start this? Because these pattering sound and the sound of the rain bring back many old memories of the poet. Okay students, so hopefully the poem is very clear to you all, and the alliteration, onomatopoeia, and repetition and the personification and matter, these are the poetic device which has been used in this poem. So hopefully, and the rhyming scheme is same in all the stanzas: A, B, C, B, B again. Look here, agone, dawn, and D, then E, then F, and again E. Refrain, rain, refrain, rain. So it is the rhyming scheme of all the stanzas: A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. So students, learn this poem or understand this poem by heart. Hopefully it's very clear. Thank you very much.